Sun, surf, sand. You may think living in Delray Beach, Florida is living the good life. But for 20-year-old Jamie Wilson, most of her days are spent scheduled around her pain, something she's been coping with since she was 14.
When I'd walk, it would just feel really tight, and that's how it felt at first, but then it's almost like a stabbing, like needles kind of, and like a real burning.
Jamie's mother, Robin, took her to a gynecologist for answers. They were told the pain was due to ruptured cysts on her ovaries, and she was given medication.
So they put me on hormones, like birth control pills, to try to control my hormone level.
But the pills didn't work, and Jamie was in constant pain.
It was just taking over my life, and there had to be a better treatment than what I was having, or something different.
Jamie was not alone in her search for the cause of her pain. Doctors say about 1 in 50 visits to a gynecologist is for chronic pelvic pain. Jamie eventually discovered she had endometriosis. Simply put, chronic pelvic pain is pain below the navel in the pelvic area that lingers for 6 months or longer. Endometriosis lesions occur when tissue that normally lines the inside of the uterus is found in other areas of the body, causing pain. Over time, inflammation may lead to scar tissue, not to mention severe discomfort. At Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts, Dr. Robert Barbieri is the chief of obstetrics and gynecology.
A woman with endometriosis might have a dozen of these ulcers spread around the inside of the body, each one the size of the head of a pin. But even though they're very small, these lesions, they can be associated with very intense pain.
There are several approaches to treating endometriosis depending on a woman's symptoms and whether she wants to have children. The two most common ones are laparoscopic surgery or hormones to help regulate hormone levels in the body. In most cases, women can find relief with these treatments. But Jamie's was an extreme and severe form of the condition, and especially difficult to treat.
Many people get excellent relief with either surgical therapy alone or hormonal therapy or the combination. A subgroup of people won't get relief with that simple first-line therapy. Those people should approach the problem using a multidisciplinary team.
With coughing.
That team can consist of a gynecologist, an anesthesiologist, a psychologist, and an acupuncturist. Each can offer a variety of pain reduction techniques. Even after repeated surgeries, Jamie still experiences pain. She has deep tissue endometriosis, which means she has deep lesions that are hard to reach and hard to remove. As for her future, someday, Jamie says, she'd like to start a family.
I have no idea what'll happen next month or what my future holds. Probably eventually have to have a hysterectomy after I've had children. My goal is to definitely have children one day, so I'm holding off on that as long as possible.
But there are some conditions that have no known physical causes, and some women experience chronic pain of the vulva.
Thank you.
Dr. Gloria Bachman is the Associate Dean for Women's Health at Robert Wood Johnson Medical School in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
When we talk about pain, women experiencing pain, we often think of a sexually transmitted disease causing pain or endometriosis. However, there are up to 16% of American women who experience a chronic pain in the vulvar and the vagina area, and this is termed vulvodynia.
Lisa Ellen started her search for answers more than 10 years ago. Many times, her doctor visits would leave her confused and frustrated.
So it was very difficult to find treatment, and I think that's a very common experience for women. It's very common to feel like you're crazy and that this is all in your head when it is a very real pain syndrome.
One of the perplexing aspects of vulvodynia is we don't have a treatment for it. There have been many treatments tried, and there's really no final answer on what the best treatment method is.
But Lisa was persistent. She finally found the help she needed in a study conducted by the National Institutes of Health.
I started this NIH study, which Dr. Bachman is a part of, and it was the first time that I was in a group of other women who also had something called vulvodynia, and that was a really, really important turning point for me.
Just review for me what medications you're taking right now.
Right now I'm taking the antidepressant to help with some of the pain, the spontaneous pain.
There are treatments and therapies being tried for women coping with chronic vulva pain. While there's no specific treatment for every woman, Lisa's happy with her pain management, at least for now.
I found with a very high dose of one particular antidepressant that my spontaneous burning went away completely. So that was amazing.
Because chronic pelvic pain can interfere with sexual relations, marriages and relationships can falter. Lisa has been married for 2 years. She and her husband Chaim have had their difficulties because of her condition, but they decided together to seek help and learn ways to deal with her pain.
We both have our separate issues with it, but the bottom line is he's supportive, he's understanding, he knows that it's a medical condition, and we love each other very much, and I think overall it's made our marriage that much stronger.